Class 10th History Chapter 1 The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Topic 1 The French Revolution and the Idea of the Nation. The first clear expression of nationalism came with the French Revolution in 1789. In 1789, France became a nation state and it was free from the rule of an absolute monarch. The political and the constitutional changes came, and now French citizens were sovereign. The revolution proclaimed it was the people who would henceforth constitute the nation and shape its identity. French revolutionary introduced various measures and practices that create a sense of collective identity amongst the French people. Many things were done to create a sense of collective identity. Point-wise, the first point is the idea of la patrie. La patrie means the fatherland, and the les citoyens. Les citoyens means the citizen. Second one is every citizen were given equal rights under a constitution. Third, a new French flag that was tricolor was chosen to replace the former royal standard. Fourth, the State General was elected by the body of active citizens and renamed the National Assembly. Fifth, new hymns were composed, oaths taken, and martyrs commemorated. Sixth, a centralized administrative system was put in place and it formulated uniform laws for all citizens within its territory. Seventh, internal custom duties and dues were abolished. Eighth, a new uniform system of weight and measures was adopted. And eight, regional dialects were discouraged and French, as it was spoken and written in Paris, became the common language of the nation. So these were the things which were made to create a sense of collective identity amongst the French people. But revolutionary did not stop in their own territory, in their own boundary. Rather, they declared that it was the mission and the destiny of the French nation to liberate the people of Europe from despotism. In other words, we can say that they decided to help other people of Europe to become nations. When the news of France reached to the other parts of Europe, there also in different cities of Europe, students and other members of educated middle classes began setting up Jacobin clubs. Their activities and campaigns prepared the way for the French armies, which moved into Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, and much of Italy in the 1790s. This shows that the French revolutionaries who came into the power after a French Revolution, they decided that they will spread nationalism in other part of the Europe. That is why French army went in Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, and much of the Italy to make them an independent nation. And by this process, French armies began to carry the idea of nationalism abroad. When Napoleon Bonaparte became the ruler of France, then Napoleon destroyed democracy in France and he established dictatorship in France. But Napoleon Bonaparte took administrative reforms in France, which is known as the Civil Code of 1804. It is also called as the Napoleonic Code. In this administrative reform, he did many things. Like number one, he did away all privileges based on birth. He established equality before the law and secured the right to property. Napoleon simplified administrative divisions, abolished the feudal system, and freed peasants from serfdom and manorial dues. In the towns, guild restrictions were removed, and he formulated uniform laws, standardized weights and measures, and a common national currency. These were the reforms which Napoleon did, and this code was exported to the regions under French control. In the Dutch Republic, in Switzerland, in Italy and Germany, all these reforms went. And these were the demands of peasants, artisans, workers, new businessmen who have been asking for these reforms. And when Napoleon did all these things, they became very happy. And by this Civil Code of 1804, the movement and exchange of goods and capital from one region to another region became easier. Now, when Napoleon was going to capture the other nations, then the reactions of the local population to French rule were mixed. Initially, in many places such as Holland and Switzerland, and in many cities like Brussels, Amiens, Milan, Warsaw, French armies were welcomed as harbingers of liberty. So people welcomed French army, Napoleon army, and they thought that Napoleon is the harbinger of liberty. But the initial enthusiasm soon turned to hostility, and it became clear that the new administrative arrangements did not go hand in hand with political freedom. And the interesting thing is why the initial enthusiasm soon turned to the hostility. The answer is because of three reasons. What Napoleon did over there. One is he increased taxes, he imposed censorship, and he forced conscription into the French army. Means he forcibly appointed the youths in French army to conquer the rest of the Europe. And all the reforms which Napoleon did all seemed to outweigh the advantages of the administrative changes. Means these three things which Napoleon did, the people became hostile to Napoleon Bonaparte.